bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Chicago Bears and the Brooklyn Beats. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. There he goes, left side. 20. He will score. Touchdown. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. On play action, Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points. But that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now Lawrence to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They throw it out right, complete. Room here to run. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On 2nd down, it's Jordan. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Lawrence will throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Beats have cut it back within a score. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. On 2nd down now, it's Jordan, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Beats have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And he'll be out right at the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Takes it to about the 37.
That's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That was a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 9. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Ran it last time, now fields to throw. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Steps away to his left. That's complete right around the 8. Touchdown, Bears! David Montgomery from 10 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Lawrence. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Jordan, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Lawrence. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jordan. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Lawrence. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Beats are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, Other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's got room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Damian Harris with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
I'm ready.
On first down, Jordan. And some space here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Beats have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw is Fields. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to connect all the way back to the right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Beats will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Out to his left. That is taken in by Hurst. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Buying time to his left. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Fields. Dancing to his left. And he he wisely will throw that one away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The kick by Bass is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence escaping the pressure, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Here's Bass now to send it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On second down, it's Jordan. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now Lawrence on first down. We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down now, it's Jordan. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Up the middle they go. Jordan. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Foster. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. They'll try hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Off play action, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run again with Harris. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Fields. This is caught. Touchdown. Darnell Mooney, 32 yards. And the Bears have taken a 4th quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Lawrence. This is intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Touchdown, Chicago! Damian Harris with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Beats have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Harris running straight ahead. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 154 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. Down to about the 37. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. And they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Jordan. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run again with Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1.